Satoshi Kosama's mysterious warnings have been heard all over the crypto world, and it looks like the most recent one has led to a remarkable change from words to deeds. Now that the Shiba Inu group is moving, the events that are happening are nothing short of fascinating. Don't just take my word for it. Every Shiba Inu owner needs to make this important move. Want to know what's going on? Get ready for a surprise that could change the course of Shiba Inu's life. Want to know what Satoshi's big plan is? The specifics are about to come out. Stay with us for a special update that will make you want to know more and take the next step. Notice of this Shiba Inu's value has grown by an amazing 30 in the last month. This is due to a general recovery in the cryptocurrency market and fresh interest in meme coins. Shiba Inu's value has gone up 30 in the last month, which is a clear sign of a strong trend in the cryptocurrency market. There are two main reasons for this rise. The crypto market as a whole is on the rise again, and people are interested in joke coins again. Shiba Inu's value has gone up in large part because of the overall recovery in the Bitcoin market. There are times when prices are going up and times when prices are going down in the Bitcoin market. In the past month, there has been a renewed sense of optimism and an upward trend in many digital assets. Bitcoin and other big cryptocurrencies have seen especially large gains. This good mood in the market has probably spread to Shiba Inu, causing its price to rise so quickly. Meme coins are also becoming more accepted as valid investments by the cryptocurrency community as a whole. This has led to more trading and investing in these assets, because it focuses on the community and has its own style. Shiba Inu has benefited from this trend. At the same time, the amount of Shiba Inu saved on crypto exchanges has decreased. This has led to hope that the token will face less selling pressure as the market continues to recover. Following data from Glassnode and shared by well-known data expert Ali. Since November, an amazing 8 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, which are worth about $88 million, have been taken out of platforms. Shiba Inu worth about $1.08 billion were owned by exchanges at the start of the month. Also, you should know this. Use a real-life example to help you understand how much $1.08 billion. Take a look at a neighborhood where most of the homes cost $300,000. For $1.08 billion, you could pretty much buy every house in that neighborhood. A total of 6,000 homes. Let's look at how much a car usually costs, which is around $30,000. There are 60,000 cars you could buy if you had $1.08 billion. When it comes to people, if the average yearly salary is $60,000, then $1.08 billion would cover the salaries of 30,000 people for a whole year. Imagine a busy workplace where these kinds of funds keep people going. Finally, if we talk about travel, an overseas round-trip flight could cost around $1,000. $1.08 billion would be enough to pay for 1.8 million people to travel. Imagine a huge number of people starting their trips to different places around the world. To put it simply, $1.08 billion is a huge amount of money that can change neighborhoods, keep workers employed, and make long trips possible on a large scale. And all of that Shiba Inu is just sitting on crypto platforms. That really amazes you, doesn't it? In any case, as I already said, since November, an amazing $8 trillion Shiba Inu tokens, which is about $88 million, have been taken out of platforms. What's interesting is this. The decrease in the amount of Shiba Inu saved on cryptocurrency exchanges is a significant change that affects how the market for the token works. This drop in the amount of stock on exchanges is one of the main things that makes investors hopeful, as it says that there may be less pressure to sell Shiba Inus, especially since the market is still recovering. To begin, a drop in the number of Shiba Inus owned on exchanges could mean that investors have changed how they act. Tokens may be being taken out of exchanges as a strategic move by users to protect their assets in non-custodial wallets, or take part in decentralized finance activities like staking or providing liquidity. As more people switch from centralized exchanges to decentralized platforms, there may be less instant liquidity for selling on the open market. Also, the fact that the supply on exchanges is going down is in line with basic economic concepts of supply and demand. If the number of Shiba Inu tokens offered on exchanges is going down while demand or interest in the token stays the same or rises, the price of the token may be less likely to go down. At the same time, this can help make conditions better for prices to rise. A drop in exchange holdings is often seen as a good sign by investors and analysts, as it could mean that holders are more committed to the commodity over the long term. It looks like some people in the Shiba Inu community are choosing a HODL plan, which means they want to hold on to their tokens instead of trading or taking profits in the short term. Sentiment warns people to be careful and asks people to keep an eye on Shiba Inu. This is especially true now that many popular wallets move coins away from platforms. Also, it's important to note that some Shiba Inu is sold on decentralized exchanges, which suggests that not all tokens taken off of exchanges are put away in cold storage. Traders, for example, swapped $1.02 million worth of Shiba Inu on the top DEX Uniswap and ShibaSwap. Token movement is interesting in many ways, but the fact that only a small amount of Shiba Inu is regularly traded on decentralized exchanges is one of them. This means that not all tokens taken out of centralized exchanges end up in cold storage, which shows that Shiba Inu holders use different tactics. One way to look at this trend is that some Shiba Inu holders would rather keep their tokens in more active usage on DEX. They might do this to take part in decentralized finance activities or to use the liquidity that these platforms offer. Not like cold storage, trading on DEX lets you manage your assets in a more dynamic and free way than offline storage, where tokens are kept safe for long periods of time. The fact that $1.02 million of Shiba was traded on top DEX as Uniswap and ShibaSwap shows how important decentralized trading is to the Shiba community. One of the biggest decentralized platforms in the crypto space is Uniswap. It lets users trade different tokens without the need for a central authority. ShibaSwap, which is unique to the Shiba Inu environment, makes the community-driven nature of Shiba Inu transactions even more clear. This much trade on DEX shows that people are interested in and involved in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. Traders who buy and sell Shiba Inu on these platforms may be looking for short-term gains by taking advantage of the decentralized exchange's freedom and speed. From the point of view of an investor, this knowledge could affect where they choose to trade and store Shiba. Some people may like the safety of cold storage for long-term holding, while others may like the liquidity and opportunities on DEX better for active trading tactics. Simply put, the fact that Shiba Inu are actively traded on decentralized markets adds a dynamic element to the story and shows how people can interact with their assets in many different ways. It also shows how important it is to look at the environment as a whole, not just centralized exchanges. You look at how tokens like Shiba Inu move and trade over time. As cryptocurrencies change, it's important to keep an eye on trends on both centralized and decentralized platforms to get a full picture of how the market works. Now, things start to get interesting. It looks like what Satoshi Kusama said has finally come true. On Twitter, Satoshi Kusama always talks about how important decentralization is. When it comes to coins, decentralization means that power and control are spread out among a group of nodes or players rather than being centralized in one group or authority. Satoshi seems to think that decentralization is an important part of all crypto projects. In his regular tweets, Satoshi supports the idea that true decentralization is not just an ideal, but also a necessary step for a coin project to be resilient, safe, and last a long time. Distributing control among different people. Single points of failure are less likely to happen in a decentralized network, and it is harder to control and change. Recent events show that Satoshi's ideas about decentralization are becoming more popular in the crypto community. People are starting to move their money away from centralized markets because they heard what he had to say. This move is in line with the idea of self-custody, which says that people should be in charge of their own private keys and assets, rather than using tools that are centralized. Moving money away from exchanges shows that people are becoming more aware of and open to the idea of decentralization for Bitcoin users. People are taking back more control over their assets and helping to reach the general goal of relying less on centralized middlemen by doing this. This move could also be part of a larger trend in the crypto space. Users are becoming more aware of the risks that come with centralized platforms, such as possible security holes, legal uncertainty, and the chance of losing access to funds if there are problems with the exchange. So, it looks like Shytoshi's constant calls for decentralization are hitting home with the cryptocurrency community as users are moving their money away from centralized markets. This change shows that people are becoming more aware of how important decentralization is as a basic idea in the world of cryptocurrency. What do you think about that, though? Leave a comment below. Look forward to reading your thoughts. Click on one of the movies on the screen if you want to learn more. This video has now come to an end. If you liked the video, please click like and let us know what you thought in the comments. This really helps me understand how YouTube works. Also, please tell as many people as you can about this movie. Let people know about this news.